Hey guys, this is Ryan. If you were absent Wednesday, October 19th or day 32, here's a quick video to catch you up on what we did and where we're headed. We started a new project on skewed statistics, and it's kind of the final step in this progression where you can demonstrate your knowledge on skewed statistics. So here's the product. I'll start with explaining the product, and then I'll go and I'll review some of the tools that you'll need. So the first thing is you'll need to make a claim. You need to do these five. These are the five requirements for your poster. The first one is to make a claim. You need to make a statement, something that you can prove with data. You can back up with data. Also, you need at least one statistic to back up that claim. And this is really broad. It could be any. It could be a percentage, a change, and just a raw number. And we'll kind of go into that later. But just one statistic, and then you need some sort of visual representation. This is kind of the meat of the skewed statistics. Some visual that kind of sends the message that you want to send to the viewer, and then some images that represent your data in the school. We have some logos and things in my room that you can grab, and then the last thing is kind of an overall bullet point. Is it just needs to be high quality. So make sure it's professional quality, no pencil, no drafts, no erase marks. Make it look really clean, really high quality. So that's that. So here's the data that we're going to use. We're going to use two sets of data, and this is printed for you, so you can get that from Levi or myself. So if you remember on Tuesday, we took this survey. Here are all of the responses. So it's going to be printed in a packet for you and not online like we're seeing it right now. But basically, if you remember, we asked you the same exact questions, and the first set was for your previous school experience. So students answered 1 to 5 for all of these. And I think we had about 12 questions. So if you kind of flip through your packet, or I'm scrolling down the screen, you'll get to the bottom, and the last question we asked you about your last school was, students are allowed to make their own choices. Do you strongly disagree or do you strongly agree? And then here's the same exact questions. So what you can do using this packet is you can compare the same question and see how students answered about Rise Up versus, so let's look at this one. Teachers understand me as a person. It looks like the vast majority agree with this. This number 3 is kind of neutral. And it looks like there's only 4 students that disagree that students understand me as a person. Whereas if we can compare that to previous school experience, you can see that the numbers are pretty low. So one strategy I'm suggesting to my students is you could combine the 4 and the 5 to generally call that's agree. And you could combine the 1 and the 2, and that could kind of generally give you the disagree if you want to kind of remake your own data. But you can kind of flip through, and we're looking for something that pops out, something that's dramatic, something that's significantly different. And then another option for you to use is this data. And this is real data from our school as of Tuesday, and it's going to be printed on a green sheet of paper for you. These headings along the top are a little confusing, so I made a slide to explain what they mean. So if you want to pause on this slide and kind of read through what this means. Month to date is just starting at the first of the month. So for us, it'd be October to today. That is the attendance rate or the tardy rate. Year to date is kind of similar, starting on January 1st all the way to today. PYD is prior year to date, and that just means from today, the last 365 days. So the day that we looked at this was October 19th. So it would have been, actually, this is wrong. Let me change this. It would be October 20th of last year to October 19th of this year. So 1 year. And then the last abbreviation that you'll see is prior year. And that's just the last school year. So year 1 of Rise Up, not including this year. So you can see how you get different numbers when you're looking at all of these. So what you could do is you could kind of cherry pick or choose the ones that are going to be most dramatic if you want to compare. So I know it's a little, we're not giving you tons of like structure. We're not telling you which direction to go. But this is, if you need a little help to review how you could skew these stats, you could go through these. There's also a packet that we did today that might be really helpful, that gives you several more examples of how data may be skewed. So I hope this helps. If you need anything else, just talk to Levi or myself.